stand by. Stand for something to fall for anything.
Look, never let a nigga fuck you over more than once. Anybody owe you bread, do not accept the crumbs. Remember, you can never tell these bitches everything. Today she call you sis, tomorrow she your enemy. Money to the side, don't let no nigga leave you dry. Stand no business, if they say it's up, you better ride. Keep the family first, put that in front of everything. Bet that on yourself if you gon' roll the dice on anything. Any points to be made, don't be scared to prove it. And you better look fucking good when you do it. How to move out here, you know this shit get ugly. I had a bitch do me the dirtiest, but claim to love me. I went through hella shit and back to be kicked up and comfy. You see how hard I grind, little bitch, don't never call me lucky. You fuck a nigga good enough and he gon' think he own you. The broke ones usually insecure, the rich ones try to control you. That's why it's always best to choose the one that's real and loyal. Cause money come and go, but it's some shit you can't teach. Time gon' always separate the hustlers from the leeches. The loudest is the weakest, give a fuck about what they screaming. And don't be matching fucked up energy with hoes in no way. Be realer than that lame shit, cause that right there got no place. Look, never let a nigga fuck you over more than once. Anybody owe you bread, do not accept the crumbs. Remember, you can never tell these bitches everything. Today she call you sis, tomorrow she your enemy. Money to the side, don't let no nigga leave you dry. Stand no business, if they say it's up, you better ride. Keep the family first, put that in front of everything. Bet that on yourself if you gon' roll the dice on anything. Any points to be made, don't be scared to prove it. And you better look fucking good when you do it. Be lay your face down with your ass out. With some nigga you can't call for nothing if you ass out. I ain't saying that me walk around here with your hand out, but just in case some shit don't really go the way you planned out. Don't go blowing bags on the bag if you can't put a bag in it. And never fuck with niggas you never see with their children. Don't never handle business decisions while in your feelings. Keep your hair and nails done and don't play around about that fitness. Keep everyone at your game room and bitches out of your bedroom. Now see the way that he treat you and try to fuck him in the same room. A few D's and some LLC so you ain't cooked if a nigga leaves. Sweet life ain't always sweet, bitch. Gotta stay on her Q's and P's. Never let a nigga fuck you over more than once. Anybody owe you bread, do not accept the crumbs. Remember, you can never tell these bitches everything. Today she call you sis, tomorrow she your enemy. Money to the side, don't let no nigga leave you dry. Stand no business, if they say it's up, you better ride. Keep the family first, put that in front of everything. Bet that on yourself if you gon' roll the dice on anything. Any points to be made, don't be scared to prove it. And you better look fucking good when you do it.
Better look good when you doing it, bitch.
Better look good when you're doing it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Vibrator Lounge Talk Show Podcast. We are officially on, and we got a good show today. Shout out to my co-host, founder Butterfly E.
Happy Father's Day.
All right. Okay. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, good, good. So it's crazy because we had a yeah. Can you all right. Yeah, you had some cracking going on. But it's first of all, happy Father's Day to everyone, all the fathers and all that good stuff. You and I, we were talking about something yesterday. Well, actually, was it last night or something? We were going into talking about discussing like Father's Day, and I gave you like my spiel on it. I feel like this is, I don't know, it's like a throwaway kind of holiday. It's just whatever. I feel like, and it's not always about the gifts and things of that nature as much as it's about just the acknowledgement. We all like to be acknowledged at times. It's not about that, but sometimes it just feels good to know that you feel that you've been appreciated and loved. But I was sitting here and I was sitting thinking, I'm like, well, you know what? I like when I go like on Facebook, social media, or whatever, it's always a single mother that has to come and take away from being Father's Day. They want to take the credit for Father's Day and just put themselves in that situation. And I had a, I always felt I didn't like it. You know, it just always really rubbed me the wrong way. And that's a rabbit hole when you get into that discussion, especially if you want to start talking about like different people and well, single moms, we do it all. Okay, well, we're going to talk about that. So I want you to just kind of start it off and give me your spiel on it, if you don't mind.
Well, I'm gonna say I do agree. Father's Day don't get as much recognition as Mother's Day. That I do believe is true. Um, the reason the reason I can see coming from a female standpoint is because the woman has to go through birth, they have to carry the baby, and then on top of at the end of the day, sometimes end up as a single mother. Not a single mother as in the father's not in the life and da 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 da. Not talking about that type of single mother. I'm talking about the single parent in the household. So that's why I believe the recognition is put placed so much on mothers because just because of that by
Okay. All right. All right. Oh boy, we want to open up something on this one. I get it, but isn't that what Mother's Day is for?
right, but you all don't push out babies either.
Oh, so
So I mean, so you see what I'm saying? So it's like y'all have Father's Day.
uh-huh.
True enough, it's probably not recognized as much as Mother's Day. And
Right.
there are, and and it should be a balance. It should be recognized just as much as Mother's Day. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
the mother has to go through so many transitions as far as getting pregnant. Let's not even go there. Getting pregnant, trying to get pregnant, whatever the case may be, carrying the baby, they got to harvest their body. They have to do all this stuff to protect the baby. Not saying the father is not going through just as much emotionally, but it's like 1,000 times more for the woman because she has to take care of herself, take care of the baby, then go into labor, push the baby out, feed the baby, or whatever the case. They're connected, they're connected from day one.
Okay. I,
So I think that's where the appreciation and the Mother's Day is so bloomed or blossomed out because of that.
okay. Now I'm almost. Let me say this. I think because maybe we're probably saying two different things. Now, as far as mothers being recognized and the recognition and the things that is deserving, I'm for that. That's not okay. I can see where maybe I'm saying two different things. Okay, so the first thing I'm saying is where we were talking about how sometimes fathers don't get recognized as much, which
Mhm.
okay, and you explaining that, and I definitely agree. I 100% agree because what a woman has to go through and what she does, and being the nourisher that she is, she's the first teacher to the child, and that's a fact. I get that. But I think my problem is not that. It's not even that. And I get it because it's that's a big responsibility. Because when you look at it, when it's all said and done, when you don't have nobody else, you have your mother.
Mhm.
But my issue is,
Sometimes.
yeah, sometimes, for the most part. But I think my issue comes when single mothers take the day that is considered Father's Day and they want to initiate and put their name in it. And, like, for example, Happy Father's Day to all the single mothers. All those type posts that I've always seen, that's the thing that really bothers me. And I don't think that's right. And I think it's funny because I don't know if you saw it in the Vibe Creators Facebook group, but one of my friends, he had well, actually, my sister screenshot something that he had commented because somebody had posted. Did you get a chance to see it?
No.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. I call him the MVP. Hold on. And I try to stay away from Facebook because when I see that, it just really gets under my skin. Okay, here it is. So somebody had posted Father's Day is Single Mothers Awareness Day. There, I said it. So I ain't gonna say he don't care. Douglas. He said, if you'll see this in the group, it says he said, you and or your mama should have made better choices. There, I said it too. Okay, he gets the petty
Yeah.
and the MVP award for Father's Day. And I like that reply. I love that reply because it's like, okay, you listen. This is my thoughts, and I'm gonna let you take it from there. As much as there are a lot of single mothers out here. I can't stress that enough. And the great job that they do, the big sacrifices that they have to make to make sure their children have the things that they need and sometimes even want. I can't stress that enough. And I mean that's when the word superwoman comes in. I'm a firm believer that I believe the creator made women with a certain type of resilience within themselves that they're stronger than they may not be physically as strong as men, but they have a strength that is beyond imagine. For example, I remember times when I'm watching my kids and it's just me, and you stop, tell them this and that. My nerves as a man, we we don't have the patience that a lot of times women or mothers have, should I say. So it's a difference. But and say all that I'm saying, being a mother, putting your children from school, you busting your butt. But at the end of the day, and we talked about this last night, and I was like, man, this is gonna be a good conversation. As great as that single mother is and the great provider that she is, she can never, ever take the place of what a male role model or male in that home would be, whether it be to a daughter or to a son. She can only do what she can do and do it great. And that's what she does. So, what's your take on that, ma'am?
Well, that's true. She cannot. Okay, so either role cannot take the place of that missing parent,
I
right?
agree. Yes.
So either role can. So what I get from when they post things like that to single mothers is not so much as a dig for men as it is saying that what they're saying is that that father is totally absent, has they have no male presence in the household, and they are solely doing it without a male around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not so much as, oh, my baby daddy ain't shit, or whatever. Because that could be for some, but I say it's probably for the majority. It's mostly that father is completely nowhere around.
Mm,
That male figure that should be in the household is nowhere present.
mhm,
So they take on both holidays because they feel like they are the male and they are the father and the mother at the same time, even though you can't be. But in that household, that's the way, that's their thinking, that's what they feel. No, the father can't be replaced. No, a female can't be replaced in the household. But when it comes to things like that, and happy Father's Day to all single women, it's not single as they are single, or they are. It's mostly that parent, that father figure is completely absent. Don't want, not the ones that want to be there. I'm talking about the ones that are not there. Like, don't have absolutely nothing, don't want to have nothing, just no contact, not trying, just gone, vanished, not
mm,
there. I
mhm,
believe that's what that type of post is for. It's
mm,
not for the single woman who has the baby daddies that are there or trying to be there and they just be in a butthole and don't want them around. No, that is not what that is for. That is for the woman who literally has nobody, is abandoned, is doing it literally solely 100% on her own. The male is no male, no boyfriend, no husband, no nothing around. She is the sole dual parent.
mm. Okay. Okay, but right. And I hear what you're saying, and I get it. But if even if that's the case, there that's what Mother's Day is. But
Right.
see, I think what happens is I think some women, not all, some women, I think the ones that actually do that and post that and believe that, and even if
Hmm.
you don't post it, but you definitely believe those type things, as far as that is concerned, I think to me that's an issue within yourself or that
Hmm.
person's self, because then you're going to go into another rabbit hole of, okay, why is he not there? And that could be
Hmm.
various of different reasons.
Hmm.
But that's another conversation I think we should have. But it's still okay. If you just look at it this way, just as men that have children that are there in their children's lives, it's still, when you see that, it comes off as a man as being disrespectful and
Hmm.
or just you being petty. It really does. It does, because if you're all these things that I believe that a lot of these single women are, I believe it. Then that's what that's if you want to say those things, then I feel that, this is my opinion, I feel like that person should say that on Mother's Day
Hmm.
and leave it at that. If you feel
Hmm.
some kind of way about uh, you thinking that you are going to be the man taking the man's role, which you cannot. You can provide. You can only do the things that you can do, but because there's a lot of situations where I feel there's no men in certain households, there's a lot of things that you can see where there's a lot of issues, and I do know some of where men have custody or they take care solely of their kids. And if okay, and like we were talking about that yesterday, if I seen a man that he has his children and he's taking care of them and the mother's not in the picture, and he comes and he posts something like on Mother's Day, hey,
Hmm.
I'm a mother and a father. Happy Mother's Day to me. It's just, to me it's out of pocket. To me it
Hmm.
is, Because if you're who you are, you stand in who you are, and you celebrate it when at the time that it's given. Well, and really, you don't have to celebrate it on that day. You can celebrate it every day because it's a blessing.
Mhm.
And I really feel that way, that we should honor our parents every day. But to just throw digs, that's your personal situation. Because then what you're going to do, you're going to open up doors like this brother did. He posted on and said, well, that's you need to make better decisions. And when
Mhm.
people say that, because he felt like, oh, you being petty, so let me be petty. And then what that does is trigger that person and it don't accomplish anything. So, I don't know.
Yeah, because on Mother's Day you don't. I have never seen a post that said Happy Mother's Day to our single father.
Mm,
You know,
mm-hmm,
so it is a double standard
mm-hmm.
because you don't see that on Mother. You really don't see. I've never seen it on.
Right.
You know,
Mm,
so it is a double standard. I can see how it can take away from Father's Day from the people that you know from the
right,
men that are trying to be fathers or want, are
right,
fathers and really trying to be present and it is the deed. So I
right.
can I can see that.
And let me just add this too. Like, it it's already that that stigma that black men don't take
Mhm.
care of their kids. And when you're doing it, it's just like taking a dig. And what
Mhm.
some people may not realize, you're triggering someone else that's maybe busting his ass trying. And that goes to another situation when it comes to
Mhm.
stuff like child support. It's nothing for a man to lose his job or something happen and he gets
Mhm.
behind. But when that happens, we live in this world where you're automatically categorized with a deadbeat.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like I've been in situations where I was in between certain things and I wasn't able to do the things that I needed to do or wanted to do. And because thank God, my son's mom, she was never been that type of person that's just da, da, da. She understood, but it wasn't something that I stayed in that situation. But all it takes, in I don't know, I just feel like every situation is different, and it's real easy to label. So when you see
Mhm.
that, it's like because I seen a comedian and they do little stereotypical jokes. We make fun of white people in certain jokes like comedy, like stand-up
Mhm.
comedies, right? But one of the things that they always use, like, if a white person do, is like, oh yeah, he don't take care of his kids. Oh, he got
Mhm.
a bunch of kids. You say it's no sound? Testing.
Mhm.
Hold on. He said no sound. Can y'all hear me? Hold on.
I can.
Yeah, but you on the
I
you
can
on
hear on
YouTube.
both.
Oh, you can? Okay. Oh, go back out and come back in, Teddy Bear.
Wait a minute, let me make sure. Hey, huh?
Check, check.
Yeah, I can hear you on both.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay.
Say
Let
something.
me see something. Oh, well, you on mute, so they're not gonna be able to hear you on this side.
I'm talking about no. You say something. I'm trying to hear on Bigo.
I know, but you're on mute. They can't hear you if you've been talking. On Bigo, you're on mute.
You got me muted. You got the boxes muted.
Oh, damn. I'm so you know what? Damn, that's on me. That's on me because when the brother came up, I didn't wanna okay.
Okay.
Um, okay. So I don't know.
Um. Yeah, that is a stigma that black men have, and I don't care what black man it is. It's just That's the running joke, you know.
Right.
That's the running dig
Hmm.
for, and then some white male comedians or white comedians put themselves in that same category, but they can never compare to being a black man being called a deadbeat father.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's no compare. It's no comparison. It's not even in the same category. They really draw the line. The white and black can't compare. They can compare themselves to our situation. I don't care what situation.
That's true. I
But
agree.
but as far as the fathers, now I have been petty. I can admit with my own father and saying, "Fuck that! I'm not calling him a father. He don't call me on any other day. I ain't calling him." But that was just me being petty, like that's my own whatever personal issue. And I grew out of it. I eventually grew up and grew out of it. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. He's still my dad.
Right.
So at the end of the day, regardless of what happens between us, he's still my dad.
Right.
So and then sometimes it's not even that I'm not saying the daddy don't play a part, but sometimes it's not all the dad's fault. And the kids only get one side of the story. So then if the kids only have one side of the story, of course they're gonna take their mom's side. That's who they've been with. So that's all they know. Then it's gonna be like, my dad ain't blah blah blah, because mama said this. So that's why I'm a firm believer. I don't care who you are. If you were the father raising the kid or the mother raising the kid, I do not believe in downing the other parent. I believe in letting that child grow up and see that parent for who they see them as, and not for what you see them as because of your own feelings, your own personal feelings.
Right.
Now, I am a firm believer in that.
I definitely agree.
I
And
have,
that's yeah. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
oh no, I was just gonna say I have a friend that child is grown now, and she was married, and of course her husband took on the role as father, but that was the child or whatever the case may be. And if he's a deadbeat and you calling the biological a deadbeat, which I was like, well, which one was freaking worse?
Right. Right.
So why wouldn't you want her to know or want him to know who their biological is to let them make their own decision?
Right. Right. I agree.
Because the husband is a piece of shit. So I mean, how worse can you get than that? You know.
Hmm.
So and that man is right. It's your choice. You make the choice to lay down with that person. So your thoughts and your feelings. You have to be grown enough to put them to the side and let your kid make their own decision.
That's true.
Downing the parent in front of a kid. And one thing, even though me and my parents may not have the best relationship, but one thing I can say about my mom, well, both me and my sister's dad, I could call my sister daddy every name in the book. My mama would not do it. She don't talk bad about neither one of our fathers. No matter what they did to her, what happened in the past, or what, I have never heard her talk bad
Right. And
about either one.
that's good. That's real
She
good.
just says one has his own demons he's fighting, and she feels sorry. That's how she put it.
Hmm.
And she just leave it at that. She know what he's fighting. She know what he does. Whatever. But you know, she just kind of leave it at that. She don't talk about it, like in a bad, negative way. You know, and my dad definitely don't because they still friends right to this day, which is crazy, but whatever. So, I've always believed in that you don't talk about the other parent, good, bad, or indifferent. Well, especially not bad. You don't talk about the other parent to the kid because then you think those kids don't hear. I don't care how old they are. Kids hear things you wouldn't imagine. or they see things you wouldn't imagine they've seen. And they hold on to that. They might not ever say nothing, but they hold on to that and it's itched in their brain. So then they grow up thinking this kind of way or feeling this type of way because of what they heard or what they saw, whatever the case may be. So, and then I've never believed in child support. So that right there is an injustice. I don't care who it is. It's just, I never believed in putting other people in your business. That's what it is. Why
Yeah.
should you have to make the law make you do something that you are supposed to do? Male or female? I don't care which one.
That,
It's just
now, now I'm glad you brought that up because I agree. Me personally, I agree with that to an extent. I'll give you an example. Um, I know family members and people that are, and I don't want to make this necessarily a racist thing because it's not.
right.
It's not. But in my experience of what I've seen, you have a child with a woman outside of your race. Let's just
Mm-hmm.
a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
You
They're
and
gonna
you
wipe the slate clean.
and when and as soon as you break up with that individual,
Yep.
the next following day, you're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
in the mail. You're about $70,000.
Thousand.
What the fuck? She just went down. It ain't even been 24 hours, and you down to what the hell? And you got to go to court to show cause.
Yep.
Like, she don't give you no warning, no nothing.
Nothing.
But in my experience, from dealing with people in relationships and being in relationships, in my experience, and I'm not saying all black women, but the majority of ones that I have known, they are fair. I'm gonna say that they are very fair. They
They're
are
fair.
more than fair. And what I mean by that, what's up, brother? What I mean by that is because I've heard it even through like even I'll give you an example, and I can share this with my sister. My oldest nephew. His father, he has a lot of kids. She says you can't hear. I don't know why. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Oh, I had
Okay. It's,
audio. Hold on. All right. I gotta mute something. Hold on.
yeah, you echoing real bad. I think that's why I muted myself.
Okay. Am I echoing now?
No.
Okay. Can you? I had the volume down. Damn.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay, good. Okay, so, but like I use the example for my sister, right? Um, he has not did anything, and he my sister took him, after many and many attempts, do something. And then to the
Yeah.
point where it's not even like it's killing you. It's just, can you do something? And
Mm-hmm.
then when it comes to excuses, then when they go that route, then I'm gonna be honest
Mm-hmm.
with you. I'm not an advocate of doing that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
When you get them involved, it's crazy. But if that woman needs help, she needs help. So
Mm-hmm.
it came to a point even with her, she got this one guy. He was one of the worst case workers in the in the Wake County. You hear me? I can give you stories about him because he was one of my case workers. Matter of fact, I'll share it with you. But it got to the point where he was taking control, and he was getting ready to get
Mm-hmm.
where she was going to get a great amount. But she
Mm-hmm.
knew deep down that she wasn't gonna get that from that man. And the only
Mm-hmm.
thing it was gonna do was gonna keep that man going to jail, and he's just gonna be backed up, and she's never gonna get it. So instead, she dropped it. And you talking about somebody that was so angry, he was like, "Are you crazy?" And she just dropped it. So I say
Because it
that
was never gonna come.
it's never gonna come. But some people, they'll do it just to be vindictive. Okay, no, I'm gonna
I
make him.
got a good example of that. But yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
Oh no, that's it. That's it.
So My daddy technically has, let me count, 3 baby moms, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not my mom. He has an adopted daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and then his second trans. Okay, so no. He has four. I lied. He has four. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first child support case. It was with a biracial kid
Uh-huh.
mother. She drugged him. She did. Even though my dad was raising the kids, they were in his household,
Mm.
and he was raising them, but paying child support. So of course he fought it. But when it was time for him to fight, he was so behind, you know, it, he had to make that right, which wasn't fair because they were living with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that situation happened. Of course, we know how that ended. Go to jail until you can pay your whatever, then you get out.
Mm-hmm.
So this other baby mama, which just told him he had a daughter, and by this time, this girl about 12, 13 years old, they have to go through blood tests, all that stuff, find out, yes, he is, whatever. It wasn't by choice that he wouldn't have taken care of her because he would have.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want a payday, you will hold out. You know what I'm saying? And that's very vindictive.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And even though he took her on, started raising her at a certain age or whatever, you still fighting. And you still want the money. And that's the part I couldn't understand. It's like she's not even in your house. What are you fighting for?
Mm-hmm.
So my dad went to jail for that. Had to pay a large amount. He did, well, his girlfriend at the time bonded him out or whatever. Basically paid the fine. Um, they had to go to court. All he wanted the child to do, which was now grown, that he was still taking care of,
Mm-hmm.
was tell the truth.
Mm.
That's all she had to do. To get the case would have been done,
Mm-hmm.
gone. And I think that hurt him so bad that she lied.
Mm. Damn.
So she's now in her 30s. Up until she was about 27, 28, he had to pay a $40,000 debt
Damn.
that she didn't see one dime of.
Right. Because the state want their money. And we and deal like there's
No, the mother got the money.
oh, okay. But let me ask you this. Was this because it's two different types, right? Well, basically it's kind of when you're dealing with like Medicaid and all that type stuff.
Oh yeah, I know they make you pay.
Right.
No, this was probably part of it was probably that. I don't know. But the mother fought for the money, literally
Yes.
fought
The
for the money,
residue. Right. The
So
residue.
um I remember like being in my 30s and still hearing about this.
Right.
Like it drug on that long.
Right. Yeah.
And by this time, she got kids. My sister got kids, and she need help, and she still wasn't seeing a dime of the money. Like her mama kept the money.
Mm-hmm.
So how fair is that to the child?
Correct. Right.
How is that child support when the child don't get the money? Now to me, that's wrong. So if
Right.
you're gonna be vindictive and you're gonna do that kind of stuff, I mean, you just doing it out of greed. That's being greedy. When you got a whole husband and a whole family you taking care of, you don't have to worry about nothing. Give that child that money.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, bro. G bro, definitely. You want to add to it? Hold on. Okay, there you go. Still can't hear you. You off mute though.
I can hear him.
Oh, I can't hear.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hold on.
You probably gotta turn the volume up on one of your devices.
Yeah, let me do that. I'm gonna close the YouTube out because there's so much going on. It's kind of confusing right
Okay.
now. You know. But yeah, okay.